What's up? It's Lizzy Jeff, the rap priestess, and I just jumped off the porch with dirty gloves back.
Strive to be flawless or perfect, just authentic in my excellence, mindful in my balance, accountable in all of my actions.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We got the rap priestess, Lizzy Jeff, jumping off the porch with us today. What's good with it?
I'm so blessed. How you doing?
Man, I'm feeling great. I ain't got no complaints for real.
That's beautiful. I love it here. You got a nice setup.
Word, appreciate it. Appreciate you pulling up, jumping off the porch with us.
Yes.
Word. So to start it off, all right, you got a lyric where you say, I never did strive to be flawless or perfect, just authentic in my excellence, mindful of my balance, accountable in all my actions.
Wow.
That resonated with me so much, you know, because so many of us try to, you know, strive for perfection. But I believe that, like, seeing your flaws and being able to see yourself is also, you know, so important. Can you just talk about that lyric and just, you know, how that, like, coincides with your life?
I said I never did strive to be flawless or perfect, just authentic in my excellence, mindful in my balance, accountable. Yeah, because, we just live in a time where we just hustling and getting it and trying to maintain, but I'm like, but at the same time, we are just human and we are here to enjoy this life as best as we can. And so, you know, it's like we might be figuring shit out every day and cracking the code more and more on our purpose. But at the same time, we still have so much to learn. You know, there's still so much room to grow and continue to expand. But also, I say being mindful in my balance. So just that deep self-awareness, just moving with that. And we can only do our best each and every day. But it's like, while we're doing it, let's also remember to just take that top tier care of ourselves, because we still have this physical body, you know, that we put in a lot of work in with. So I don't know, did that answer your question?
Yeah, no, for sure. No, most definitely, because it's definitely all about that balance, and it's definitely, you know, about being self-aware. You know what I mean? That's something that a lot of us, it's difficult to be critical on yourself. It's difficult to, you know, even have, you know, self-awareness. So, like I said, that line just resonated with me so much.
I'm glad to hear that.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not an easy journey, but, you know, I feel like if we just stay true to who we are and how we want to show up, the right doors that need to open up will open up for you.
Yeah. No.
But that authentic, because I said that too, but it's just like, and being around other people that bring that out of you and reflect your authenticity too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And speaking of your journey, let's definitely tap into your journey to where you're at now. So, from LA, right?
Yeah, born in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and I hear you repping Leimert Park and your
I do be repping Leimert. I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nah, that's what's good.
Born in LA. I grew up right off of Crenshaw and 59th. So
Okay.
right by the Golden Bird.
Yeah.
I used to love those biscuits. Hella toxic. Anyways.
Yo, not too far from Earl's Grill. I told you that's my spot.
Yeah, that's your spot.
Yeah.
I love that. Real hood staples.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
The heart of LA. That's where I'm from, the heart of LA.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, Nip, like, being there, he was just like, it was like he was sitting on his throne, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Essentially. And the people, he was just there with the people, for the people.
Yeah.
Right there, so.
No, for sure. And it seems like it's taken the city, you know, a long time to even still, you know, get over his passing.
Yeah.
And, you know, it seems like the city is still mourning, still, you know, grieving that.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the sun doesn't hit the same, you know, since Nip left. But people, you know, the beautiful thing about his legacy is that so many people have been activated.
Yeah.
So even though, you know, a lot of people are still really fucked up about it, it has really, like, made a lot of people just pop off with their entrepreneurship, music, business, community leadership, just being more involved in the community. Because Nip, he would be at the town hall meetings. He was very involved with the different systems that existed. And so I do feel like it's like that balance, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. And LA is, you know, like holds so much history, you know, within the culture, you know, all the way from, you know, NWA, you know, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, you know, all the way to, you know, Dom Kennedy, you know, Nip,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like The Game, so many
Right.
just different dope artists that have, you know, come through there and so many cultural icons. What makes LA, you know, so, you know, just so special?
Oh boy, that's a good question. There's so many amazing things about LA. I mean, you know, we got the hoods. I say this in one of my songs, LA Girl. I forgot what I said, but something about the hood is pretty, but it still get gritty.
Yeah.
LA got some pretty ass hoods, which is interesting. Just like even the dynamics of that, the gorgeous backdrop of the palm trees, slide up Slauson, hit right to the beach.
Yeah.
Kush, the land of Kush. You feel me? The women, of course. It's just it's just a vibe. It's just a more laid back vibe. The food is really good, and that's the thing that I appreciate most about LA is the variety and also the farmers markets.
Word.
You know what I mean? And the list goes on and on and on, but LA is a really beautiful and magical place. Of course it has its which is why I'm on my bi-coastal energy. But there are a lot of beautiful things to appreciate about it. I mean, it's a lot of shit, you know, just like the crack epidemic, like the epicenter of the war on drugs, like just the red line in the history of Biddy Mason, the history of it's so much, the LAPD, you know what I mean? It's real deep. And so it's just like I'm very thankful to be from that place, and to have gotten to witness a just dope generation of OGs that like led the way, you know what I mean?
What was life like for a young Lizzy Jeff? Like, what were some things that were inspiring you at an early age?
I really like listening to Whitney Houston.
Okay.
I used to be outside with my brothers. We was riding the bikes and stuff. My bike got stolen. I never saw that bike again. But I would, you know, I would do sports and tutoring. I would kick it with my auntie. It was the 90s, you know, in LA. Like, it was a lot of fly shit going on. And just to be a kid during that time, just even the stuff that was coming on TV and, you know, just that old school vibe to Los Angeles. And I will say, although I was born in LA, you know, as I shared with you before, I grew up in New Orleans. That's where my family's from. And I lived there for a big chunk of my childhood as well. So both places have just perfectly kind of brewed together to just give me that, infuse me with that inspiration and just that magic. But yeah, Los Angeles, LA been through some stuff, you know?
Nah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. What are some of your like favorite, you know, like early memories, childhood memories, you know?
Some of my favorite childhood memories, dang, I haven't been asked about that in a while. Shit, I like playing basketball. I like going to the park. We used to go to the water park. You know, we was just on some hood shit for real. But Leimert Park was right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We could go to the beach. We could, you know, my granny, she never really took the freeway. She would take the streets. So she know the streets of LA like the back of her hand. So I would just learn little duck offs and just, yeah. I used to love like riding through Ladera,
Okay.
you know, looking at the houses and stuff. And yeah,
Nah,
that's a good question.
Nah, that's what's up. And I know you mentioned Whitney Houston being, you know, an artist you were listening to early on. Who are some other artists that you was listening to or that were inspiring you?
I liked all the R&B stuff. I liked Brandy. I liked Drew Hill. I liked all of that. But the people that I was really listening to was Juvenile, was Wayne, was all the Hot Boy shit, all the Cash Money, Baller Blocking. Even No Limit, like No Limit had me in a little chokehold too.
Yeah.
Plus, I always like to say I was in New Orleans in the 99 and the 2000, which is like, whoa. And so I love listening to, you know, the Hot Boys, them linking up, No Limit linking up with Snoop. That was so iconic.
For sure.
So I always felt like this West Coast, New Orleans connection. And I love the East Siders. I love my granny. She was always listening to music, you know, and so I remember like always hearing Smokey Robinson and all kind of Aretha, you know, the Temptations.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful that I was raised by my granny and my great granny, and my auntie played a pivotal role in my life as well, and my mother has too. But being able to grow up with women of older generations, I feel like such a blessing that I'm thankful for.
No, for sure. And at what point would you say you jumped off the porch, and what city were you in?
At what point? Dang, I'm thinking about so many different things. I would say it had to be New Orleans.
Okay.
It had to be, because we had the whole situation, the porch. And the thing is, because we was from California, the kids was always messing with us.
Yeah.
You know how kids are. So it was me and my two brothers, so we was always just scuffling and ruffling. You feel me? And a lot of people would mess with my brothers. And so I was the big sister. I'm the big sister. And anyways, I would just pull up on their school and wait for them and walk them home. You know what I mean? And I feel like around that time, we really had to just protect ourselves, and I don't know, just explore life outside the porch.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, my granny and my great granny, they would sit on the porch all day.
Yeah.
And I used to love being on the porch with them. I'd be right there with them. Oh, I'd be right there just hearing their conversations, seeing the people go by, the kids go by. And so I did really love those moments. But I love being with my brothers outside, you know, playing football, doing crazy shit, learning about all kind of stuff. I feel like kids, I don't know, it's just, you know, that's how the game is.
Yeah. You know, I came up with Off the Porch from the Hot Boys Guerrilla Warfare album. The skits were called Off the Porch. And, you know, they was on there, you know, like old folks be on there, you know, talking shit, talking about the neighbors, you know, all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the porch is so, you know, quintessential, like, to our lives. Like, girls getting their hair braided on the porch, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nails. I used to have people come up, my homegirls, and I'd charge them like $8 to do their nails. I was doing all kind of shit to get money.
Yeah.
But I love that. And Guerrilla Warfare is like easily one of my favorite albums.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Easily.
For sure.
Yeah.
Was it a big culture shock for you moving from LA to New Orleans? I know you were saying people, you know, making fun of you because of your accent and you sounding different and all that, but was it a big culture shock for you going to New Orleans from LA? Because they're two polar opposite places.
They are. Was it a culture shock? I don't know. I think just because my granny was always taking us there since I was a baby girl, and because she just had that Southern energy, like the house, it just always felt so magical. And she always talked about New Orleans, like how much she loved it, how much she loved being with her mom out there, my great granny, just all our cousins and uncles. So every time we went, it was just like more family, like just more love, because that's where we would have the family dinners at my grandma's house, and my big cousins would come scoop me up and we would ride around.
Yeah.
So even though the kids would make fun of me talking proper or whatever, it was still a vibe. It was still very enchanted, and I was able to like be embraced by the city since a young girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. And New Orleans has, you know, I feel like it's one of my favorite cities. I feel like New Orleans has like you can feel like the magic. You can feel, you know, like the energy, the vibes
You can.
in New Orleans. Was that something that you felt and picked up on at an early age? Did you recognize that different energy that New Orleans holds?
Yeah, I think so, but only as I became more connected to my rituals, more connected to my grandmothers, my ancestors, did I really start to, you know, dive in deep. But from a young age, my grandmother was always cooking certain dishes. What was the question? You said.
I was saying that like New Orleans is such a, you know, a
Okay,
city that
polar
holds
opposite.
magic.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying like New Orleans is a city that like holds like so much magic and has like a different type of energy.
It does.
Was asking if, you know, like at an early age were you recognizing that different
Oh
energy?
yeah, yes, and that was pre-Katrina.
Yeah.
And it's like New Orleans, even though it's like the smallest little city, it's so big and grand, and you got the streetcar and the second lines, and you just got music from everywhere, and you got all the ladies, the aunties, like, you know, that was like the vibe that we was exposed to, and
Yeah.
so it was always on some, wow, this place is magical, and I think that's why every time I go back now, it gives my inner child a lot of like, I'm always wearing my cute little dresses.
Yeah.
I'm like really in my girly girl when I'm back in the city.
Word.
Cause it just kind of activates my inner child energy.
Yeah. And did you experience Mardi Gras at an early age? Was that
I
something
did.
that your family
Yeah,
was
me
into
and my
all
brothers,
that?
we live all the way down St. Claude. And man, we would take our boxes and we would walk all the way down St. Claude, all the way to Canal Street. And yeah, we did a lot of Mardi Gras stuff. Plus sometimes my cousins would come pick us up and then they would be on a whole nother side of town where some stuff going down. So yeah, I just remember fun, lots of beads, lots of black people, beautiful black people dancing in the street, all my cousins, bounce music, you know, watermelon. Oh no, not watermelon, not yet. Watermelon come in a little bit later in the year, but yeah,
Word.
yeah.
And you said y'all would take y'all boxes. Was that like to collect like all the different
Yeah,
candy
exactly.
and like the marshmallow pies
Yeah.
and all that stuff that they would be giving out and throwing out?
Yeah, we participated in all of that.
Oh yeah,
So we would just go catch stuff, beads,
yeah,
all kind of stuff.
yeah. No, I could dig that. And music and art is like it's so rich, you know, in New Orleans and such a part of the culture. Were you gravitating to that like at an early age? I know you mentioned the second line
Oh yeah,
and all of that.
yeah, I was. The thing is, I was in this talent show, and I was Lil Wayne, which was so funny. I did my hair. I was rapping that shit. What song did I do? It was one of his songs off The Block Is Hot.
Oh wow.
But yeah, cause like it's like music is like it's the soul, I feel like, of New Orleans culture, and it was just everywhere, and so that heavily influenced me, especially because it was the height of Cash Money,
Yeah.
height of No Limit. So I was essentially studying both P and his brothers and what they was doing, as well as, you know, Brian Williams and his brother and what they was doing with Cash Money. And so it was right there. So that's why even when my record label was Zen Kush Records, a lot of, you know, that inspiration and early on like activation was through what they built and how they did it.
Right.
Yeah.
And at what point did you know that music was something that you wanted to pursue, that arts was something that, you know, you wanted to be a part of your life?
At what point did I know that?
Yeah.
I wonder if my homegirls can come in and sit with me at this point, since we talking about music and y'all some music artists. At what point did I get into the music? The thing is, I would hear songs all the time and I would just make my own little version of it. And then I would do poetry over beats. I would freestyle with my brother. Like, I gotta shout out my brother, Billy the Kid. That's what he go by these days.
Wow.
But he was like my first original favorite rapper, you know what I mean? And he would inspire me because he used to be, what's up, Nisha? Yeah, come on, shower me in rose petals, come on. But shout out to my brother because he would always be rapping and we would freestyle. I love y'all. And I just loved it because it was like a competition. And he loved music just as much as me, and so that's kind of like what first got me going because it was like right there in the same house, you know what I mean? And so, and then years later, I ended up going to audio engineering school, and I had an internship at BET when I was in college. I had an internship at Power 106.
Okay.
Like my boo thing at the time, he was like really deep into music, like really deep, really respected, really like taught me a lot, you know, it was teaching me a lot. And so it was just all around me.
Yeah. Word, no, I can dig
Yeah,
it.
and so I was just like, I got in the studio at school, I booked the A room, called my big brother who rapped too, that boy be spitting, Slim Jeff.
Yeah.
And we started recording.
Word.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And I think this is the first, you know, somebody getting showered with rose petals on the porch.
Shout out to my girls. What's up, Yasmin? This is my designer and stylist and my best friend right here.
Word, that's what's
she
up.
be making me custom pieces.
Hey, girl.
Okay, you got something new for me? Okay, let me see. Okay, get me right real quick. Okay, yeah, okay, we're gonna do it over the robe.
Okay.
All right, man. Here, let's take the robe off. Hold it real quick. The robe is beautiful.
It is.
Yeah, thank you.
Outfit.
But give me that mic.
Oh.
Yeah. But we gonna let cause Yasmin made this coat, y'all. Okay, come on.
Yes. Beautiful coat, beautiful piece. Thank you.
Right.
Outfit change on the porch. Okay, that's fine. I can dig it.
You feel me? Just a little something.
I'm all with it.
It's getting brisk outside. You can still, okay, bet. So yeah, and the rest was history. The rest was history. I've just been at it ever since. One of my homegirls from BET called me, yo, Lizzy, I'm starting a West Coast hip hop and fashion website. I want you to be the face of it. She was like, I'm gonna run all the back end. I want you to be the face. I said, bet. And we ran it up. I was doing all the interviews. You name them, I interviewed them.
Yeah.
And that was so fun. Red carpets, movie premieres, album listening parties,
Yeah.
high school proms, all kind of fly shit.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So you got into music, but then you also were tapping into it on the media side as well.
Yeah, the media side probably first, especially because I graduated from Hampton University
Okay.
with a degree in PR and journalism.
Oh, okay.
So I was like already kind of playing
Yeah.
around. And then the path just, you know, the BET, the Power 106, da-da-da-da. But yeah, I did a lot of the media stuff on the back end, on the red carpet stuff.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
And I see you got some of your goddesses,
Yeah.
you know, up here on the porch with you. You mind introducing
I
them?
would
Who you
love
got
to,
up here
thank
with
you. Okay, yeah, shout out to Quay Beats in the building too. So to my right is Nisha Nice. You gotta say it twice, don't play.
Huh.
The queen.
The queen. But Nisha is one of those people who is just so dope. You feel me? You be giving me my roses, but here you go. There you go, queen. She's an international independent superstar,
Right.
and her energy is top tier, next level. And she be in the A. That's where I first met her. She always pulling up to my shows and everything that I'm doing, showing love. So I love you. I appreciate
I love
you.
you, sis. You know how we do.
You so talented.
I appreciate you. Likewise.
Yes, Nisha, nice. Hey, and then that's Candy right here, AKA the beautiful beast. She be hooping, she be breaking ankles all day, every day on the b-ball court, swishing buckets on these hoes. Watch your kneecaps. Watch your kneecaps. But Candy also got bars.
Candy with a K.
Candy with a K, and we got a lot of dope music together. And we just be joking and laughing and just having a lot of fun. And I don't really get to laugh and joke and just play and have a lot of fun like that too much these days. And so I love being around y'all. They're very consistent. And they just be pulling up to show love.
Word.
And then I know y'all see what's in the building. Miss Yasmin Saida. You feel me? Miss Yasmin. You feel me? Don't let me forget Candy either. So that's Yasmin Saida. She's a stylist, designer, poet, author, writer, and she makes men's suits. She's that girl.
Word.
And she's so beautiful, and that's just my girl. She's the girl that I could call anytime, crying or just hit the lottery.
Yeah.
That's my girl right there. And she pulled up on me. She be styling me for some of my shoots and stuff. And I just love her, and I'm happy that she's
Word.
here.
I seen you posting about her, like designing, like making like some of your robes and different things that you wear on stage, and then your visuals and stuff like that.
Yep, she be making all them pretty robes,
Right.
all custom. And so I love it because we all been building for many years now. Yasmin was featured on my previous album. These two ladies are featured on my upcoming album, the Zen Kush EP. It's really an EP. And we have a song on there called Ethereal.
Okay.
And it's, Quay actually engineered that session.
Yeah,
But we was, all of us was having a deep day, a deep season. Some crazy shit was going down. I don't know if it was eclipse season or what. But we all got in the booth that day and did what we were supposed to do. And so I'm really just proud of that music, and it's gonna be coming out in a few weeks. So,
Word.
yeah, these my girls.
Nah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what it's all about. Fam first, you know what I'm saying? Like, gotta have that good support around you. It's so important to have like good people around you, like-minded people around you, like to keep them positive vibrations going, and to, you know, and to have people around you that inspire you when everybody's doing something different, and you all can look to each other for inspiration in different ways.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we do. Our studio sessions be so lit. They really do be. And our video shoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, God is really good.
Yeah.
Every time we link up, it's a vibe. We don't see each other a lot, but when we do, it's so big, it just feel like we never like parted ways.
So full.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many moments.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, your music like really embodies like themes of sensuality, healthy living, social justice. You know, can you speak on like why it's, you know, so important to you to, you know, be speaking on these things? Because, you know, it's so easy to, you know, just be surface level with it, and, you know, not tap into things that are like really important to us and what we deal with in our everyday life.
I mean, I'm a multi-dimensional woman. I done lived all kind of different life experiences. Just dealt with different type of people in business, you know. Had my own fair share of heartbreak, the villain in some stories. And it's like, I'm not just one thing, I'm all these things. And I'm surrounded by women that are also all those things. And some days we kicking down doors, and some days we sunbathing topless on a hammock in Miami, sipping a fresh coconut. And some days we need to go, you feel me, fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
But the other days we might be just minding our business, writing music, just listening to Quay beats. Eating some Quay mix. And so it's like we might have an issue with a non-melanated person, and we might need to let some shit off our chest. You feel me? it's a revolutionary path, and I feel like all the things that you discuss as far as those topics and concepts, like I just talk about what I want to hear in music, just some real shit that I've experienced. I'm not always happy. I'm not always like energized. Sometimes I have my moments, and so I want to incorporate that too. I want to be able to express like just how I feel, you know, Black women should be more revered and honored in our culture. I want to speak on how we should just, you know, have more freedom to really express ourselves. You know, it's really truly a revolution happening, especially with our women, especially when you look at what's going on all over the world and how we've been holding space for a long time. And people just need to hear some real shit.
Yeah.
And that's just how I look at it.
Nah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. You often talk about healing energy, vibrations, aligning with, you know, higher frequencies. Can you kind of walk me through maybe some of your practices? I mean, you talk about it in your music, but for our people that's watching that may, you know, need some inspiration as well, can you kind of walk me through like some of your personal, you know, daily practices, like to help you stay in that space?
Yeah, that's a good question, Spitty. Well, the first thing I would say is just a deep breath. Don't ever forget the power of taking a deep breath. You know what I mean? Like, let's take one together. Is that cool, y'all? Okay, on the count of 3? Okay, bet. 1, 2, 3, deep breath in. Hold. Release. Nice, Candy. One more time, deep breath in. Hold. Release. Yasmin, how you feel? Right. Nisha, how you feel?
Excellent. Yes.
Candy, how you feel? We some bougie aunties. But that's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I got to remind myself all the time. That's why I'm always taking a deep breath in my music, because it's a real-time signal to just take a deep breath. Because it always brings you back.
Absolutely.
And then everything else is just magic. Whether we brewing elixirs, whether I'm talking to Yasmin about some new designs, whether I'm, you know, whatever we doing, it's a vibe. And some of my non-negotiables are really simple. Like, I gotta touch the mat every day. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 toes, pinky to big, to the other pinky, gotta touch the mat at least for a few minutes every day. Whether I'm stretching, doing yoga, Pilates, gotta drink my tea, I gotta get my herbs. It's like, as you suit up to step outside into the world, there's so much coming at you all the time. Energy, chemtrails, GMOs, all kind of shit. So I be trying to like armor up with the herbs, armor up in prayer. I spend time at the altar. Like, you hear me revere like my grandmother's auntie very often, because they walk with me. Those are the women that paved the path. And so I feel like that gives me more protection and guidance and alignment. And I just like to eat good, you know, as best as I can. I don't got it all figured out, but I just do my best every day. And another important thing is, like, we all be out here grinding and getting to it, but like, sleep is important.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, especially for women and how we deal with our hormones. And there's so many women right now that just got all kind of dealing with stuff with their wombs. And so just slowing down, taking it easy, just trying to adopt a more, you know, paced lifestyle. That's really my ritual daily, because the world do be having you fucked up sometimes.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And it's so important to have healthy habits, like you said, like rituals, you know, things like that, because it's so easy for a day to fly by and you not remember to, you know, take those couple of breaths that can be so vital to you. You know, putting good things into your body so that like those good things come out, thoughts,
Right.
you know what I mean, like energy, you
Right,
know,
right.
the way that we speaking, you know, all of that,
Yeah.
because all of that holds just so much weight. How do you sense or feel energy, like in situations, people, or, you know, different environments that you're in?
That's a good question, because it do be a lot of different type of energy popping off. I usually like to breathe into it, and if the energy is filling off, I'm out of there. But also, I like to be around intuitive women, you know? I just respect my energy at all costs, always, because I've been put myself in too many situations not honoring my energy. And, you know, I like to be around intuitive women because sometimes Yasmin might send some stuff way sooner than I do. And I trust her. So it's like, whatever she say, oh, you ready to skedaddle? Let's skedaddle. Or it's like, maybe we had planned to only just pull up. But it's like, oh, this vibe is doing something. And
Yeah.
then 3 hours later, we on a vibe. And so I just kind of flow with my energy, especially because my mood is always changing. The moon is always changing. You know, my cycle is always changing. I'm just an ever-changing, ever-evolving woman, and I do more and more energy work to really let my spirit lead me as best as I can.
Yeah. No, for sure. No,
Yeah.
that's so important. That intuition and discernment
Discernment, that's the key
is
word.
so important.
Plus, people be just ha 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 all up in your face sometimes.
Yeah.
But then they just faking.
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't really got time to be dealing with none of this extra shit. We on a mission. We have a specific assignment. Either you in alignment with it or you're not. And we just keep it pushing because life is unpredictable. Like, none of us really know, you know? And so I'm just trying to stay focused on my dreams and just showing up how I can for my people and just, you know, living the dreams that we have, that our grandmothers have for us and that we have for those that come after us.
Right. I can dig that. Now, when it comes to the music,
Love you.
Love you,
when it comes to the music, do you recall like that moment, that song, you know, that vibe that you caught that let you know that, all right, this is something that I really need to take serious and I need to keep going with this?
Oh, that's a good question. A vibe that I caught, and I was like, oh, I gotta take this serious. Well, the first thing that just flashed in my mind is when I was back at school, there was this really dope poet, Erica River Buddington. I think she went by River Flows, a real New York, a real New York, you feel me? But she was on the Def Jam, Def Poetry. She was winning all kind of awards. And she would go out and represent for our school and bring back all the rewards. And I remember one night, there was an open mic and I got up there and I did my thing. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna do my thing. And I did, and I remember she came up to me and she just spoke so much life. She was like, yo, sis, you really a rapper? Because really I was just doing poetry. But she was like, you really a rapper? You got something to say, da, da, da. Like, you need to pursue this. And it was something that I've always wanted to pursue. But I think hearing it from her, this woman that I really respected, it just gave me that extra, like, kick, you feel me? And so I already was brewing on it. Because I went to college, basically, finished, you feel me? You feel me? I'm an auntie. It was back in the day. But I was working for this lingerie company while I was in school, and I got promoted from supervisor to manager as soon as I graduated. So that's kind of what my path was on. But always going to work, I was always thinking of concept songs, et cetera, et cetera. You know, it's always just been a part of me. And then one day I'm like, girl, stop playing with yourself.
Nah, for sure. Because, you know, tomorrow ain't promised.
Right.
And we can find ourselves kind of going through the motions and doing maybe like what our family expects us to do, going the traditional route, or, you know, or just not having that faith in ourselves sometimes to just take that chance. So important that we step out and step into our purpose and things like that, because just think about it, you know, there's so many people who are inspired, you know, by the message, you know, that you're delivering. I mean, you know, you from LA, but you come here to Atlanta, and I was at your show, and there were so many people there, you know, rapping and singing your words, you know, word for word. And, beautiful. You know, like, so it's so important that we step into, you know, our purpose.
Yeah, it is. And thank you for just, because you're on your journey too. So it's like, sure. You know what I mean? And I'm just thankful. Because that's a whole nother level of spell work, essentially, because I'm writing the bars, I'm repeating them, I'm in the booth, I'm recording them, I'm listening to them back, I'm listening to it, now I'm distributing it, now all these people are listening to the words, they repeating it, I'm going to the stage, I'm saying it, they singing it with me. It's like so many layers of manifestation that's taking place, so that's why I like to be so intentional just with what I'm saying, because it's already enough other shit out there. Yeah. So it's like, I'm gonna just be real and talk about what we talk about in conversation anyways.
Right. And your music, your vibe, like you, you know, and us talking about balance, you know, you're talking about, you know, positive vibrations and healing energies and things like that. But then there's also a balance of you also, you know, talking about and even showcasing, you know, like having beautiful women around you and having fun and, you know what I mean? You know, dressing, I don't know if the right word, provocative, you know what I'm saying, is the right way to say it, but also like having that balance. Do you find that with the message that you're putting out there, but then when at times you dress, provocative and things like that, do you find that people like kind of bypass the message and judge you based off of that, or?
That's a good question. I mean, yeah, they do. But here's the thing, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I know that, and I embrace it. I'm just here for the ones that want something real to digest. And if you want to judge me because I like to wear V-neck tops or sustainably made lace fishnets, then so be it. You feel me? If I want to oil myself down in mango shea butter with my goddesses in a tub full of rose petals in a silk robe with no top on, getting my feet rubbed by somebody handsome, then I'm sick of it. Let women just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Yeah, so what? We look sexy. So what? I have on some 6-inch pleasers. Look at me now. I got on my sneakers and these ruffle socks and some jeans that are too big and a fur coat. Like, let me just live my life. I'm multidimensional. Some days I want to, like, you know how many women come to Zen Kush wearing some sexy stuff that they're like, I don't even know where I could wear this, where else I could wear this. Like, this is my Zen Kush outfit specifically. Because women like looking good. We like looking good. We like smelling good, feeling good, wearing something sexy, even if it's on underneath what we have on. We just love it. And we need safe places to exist, to be able to just, away from the presence of alcohol, away from the presence of like, you owe me, you dress like that, so I get to talk to you anyway. Away from all that, like in a place where women are actually respected and revered. And so if anybody has a problem with how I dress, well, that's their problem. Because, you know, for a long time, black women didn't even have autonomy over their own bodies. You know, a lot of black women was forced in conditions where they could just be touched and groped and just treated any type of way. And they couldn't do shit about it. And so now black women want to just, coochie lips and this and that and express ourselves, and people have a problem with it. And it's like, well, give us some time, because we're reclaiming autonomy over ourselves. And like we reclaimed our power. And it's like people hate to see that. And that's not my problem.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
So we gonna be free, we gonna shake these titties. Whether you got A cups or Z cups, the titties is gonna jiggle.
Period.
Jiggle them. There's no shame in that. Whether you had 3 kids or no kids, your body is still beautiful. You feel me? It's just like, get over it, people. Like, the world would literally cease to exist without the black woman's sexuality.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
And the black woman is a sexual, sensual, seductive, soft, feminine, strong, resilient, poppin', brilliant, advanced being. So if you don't have rose petals to drizzle on me and my vixens when we step into the building, leave us alone. Because we can do it for each other. We love it. We love celebrating each other.
Come on, no problem.
And supporting and just drinking tea together.
Yeah.
And so, like, we gonna stay over here and mind our business. And if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. Come invest. And if you don't, you should still invest.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that's real, and it's all about that balance. You know what I mean?
All abundance.
Oh, we some aunties.
Now, for you, what's the difference between divine feminine energy and masculine energies, and like, how do you balance them within yourself?
Oh, how do I balance it within myself? I'm gonna be real. Nisha and Candy helped me a lot with that. Y'all do, because we all, in some way, embody masculine and feminine energy. And some days I'm like roughing. Some days I'm logistical. I'm about the money. I'm about the bag. Meetings, we get into it. And some days I'm just softly sipping seductive tonics and elixirs and getting my nails done and just receiving gifts. It's like a balance. And so I love when y'all come around, because I feel like both of y'all balance your masculine and feminine energy perfectly. Like, Candy, it's so many reasons, but the basketball, the working out, you feel me? I feel safe with Candy.
You are safe with me, baby.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she not gonna let nobody play about me. Same with Nisha. Like,
Yeah.
But then Nisha will pop out on that ass with a V-neck and a skirt and some fucking face full of makeup and some blue braids and some lashes. You feel me? And then we have Yasmin. She's so girly girl. Now, don't get it twisted. Yasmin is a real nigga. But she's so sweet and seductive and like poetic and soft. And you just want to take care of her and buy her flowers and pay for her lunch and just get her to make you custom clothes. Because think about it, she's sewing. It's like love going into it. It's her feminine energy. So I always feel extra feminine when I'm dripping in one of her pieces. And so that I want to open the door for her, So it's like we just, I don't know if that answers your question, but it's a day-to-day. It's a day-to-day. Oh, yeah.
We love you.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I love y'all, for sure.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And you also curate your Zen and Kush events, which, focus on, wellness, healing, sensuality, all of the above. Can you talk about how did Zen and Kush itself come about, and then how did you, start your event series?
Well, there was a time where I was working as a bud tender at the dispensary. Every day, seeing all kind of people coming in, getting the medicine. I'm like, whoa, it's different races, ages, professions. I'm like, they not talking about this. And so I was already seeing that everything I had been taught about cannabis was a bold-faced lie. So now I'm like, man, I gotta get this information out there. Like, it's pregnant women coming up in here. It's homeless vets coming up in here. It's all kind of people getting their medicine. And at the same time, that's when the bud tender parties was popping, the farmer parties, like back in the early days before all the laws changed. But it was just hella white. And I'm like, man, this whole industry is built on the backs of black people and brown people, but especially melanated people. And y'all up in here having CBD facial parties in Bel Air and renting Airbnb and doing all this shit that ain't doing nothing for the people that's locked up. And so I'm like, and these parties are whack. And let me not say they whack. I take that back. They wasn't whack. They wasn't whack. They wasn't whack. I mean, they was alright, but I was just like, there's a lane that's open for melanated people to come together in a space to learn about this medicine, to experience it, but to also like listen to some good music, learn about some dope artists that's on this lifestyle. Plus, people when they smoke the herb together, it's very collective. It's very unifying. You know, it's something different. It offers an alternative social atmosphere than alcohol. And so I just really wanted to curate a space that I could do my music, I could put my friends on stage, I could put all my herbalists, medicine women, doulas, tantra teachers, all my homies that do all this magical shit together in one place. And we all melanated, but we all got different backgrounds.
Yeah.
And Zen Kush was birthed, you know. I was thinking about gin and juice, and I'm like, wow, gin and juice, that's very cultural, that's very longevity, you know? And I'm like, gin and juice, like you think of iconic people associated with gin and juice. I mean, a lot of people gonna think of the drink, which essentially it's paying homage to that, but I'm just thinking about culturally, musically, cannabisly. You know what I mean? And I was like, Zen and Kush. Zen and Kush.
Yeah.
It's short, it's sweet. It takes like, it embodies like a lot of the Zen lifestyle with the Kush, the ancient land of Kush, Kemet. Is bringing that balance. But also we talking about Kush, and every time I ask somebody what comes to mind when you think of Kush, people be like Snoop, Wiz, Cheech and Chong, Bob Dylan. You know, they be saying Bob Marley. Shout out to all those legends. Every now and then somebody will say Billie Holiday, because a lot of people don't know the history of just her relationship with cannabis, but people rarely mention women. And cannabis is a feminine plant. Without her essence, we wouldn't even be able to, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, how can we bring this energy, but make it mean something culturally? In music, hip hop, feminine energy, culture, community, learning, bring it together. Somehow Zen and Kush work perfectly, and we're about to celebrate the 10-year anniversary.
Word.
Woo! Let's go!
I can't believe it. And we going on a 10-year anniversary tour with Zen and Kush.
That's amazing.
Nisha gonna be there, Candy gonna be there, Yasmin gonna be there,
Yeah.
Candy with a K.
Let's go.
That's what's up.
So yeah, 10 years in the game, and we went through a lot of changes and shifts as the laws changed, as the people changed. It wasn't easy. It's not easy in that game.
Yeah.
A lot of real niggas didn't make it, especially after 2020. Especially all the taxes. I got real homegirls that own real dispensaries in Los Angeles that's struggling because the city and the state is just hating on them.
Yeah.
Implying all these things on top of what they already got going, a lot of debt. And so it's like, dang, it's such a huge debt owed to black people, specifically through that industry. And so in my mind, I'm like, well, let's run it up. Let's hit them over the head for all they got.
Yeah.
because reparations tax is owed.
For sure.
And unless you're talking that real social, restorative balance and justice, and who needs this medicine more than anybody? Us. The way y'all done stole and took and redlined us. And so I feel like the cannabis medicine, because it's a feminine plant, she's always evolving. She don't care about these laws. It's a essence. And so you asked about the divine feminine and the masculine. And so, I already answered that.
Yeah.
But it's like culturally we've used to this masculine presence of cannabis. How high can you get? Big blunts to the face, let's just get high.
Yeah.
And it's like, nigga, you was high 6 blunts ago, 3 backwoods ago. You don't need that much. But just bringing a different part of the conversation to the forefront.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But it's not just about cannabis. It's not just about sexuality. It's not just about, it's multi-layered like we are as women and people.
Nah, for sure. And it's crazy how, now that marijuana is getting legalized in so many different states, just how many people were and still are locked up, from weed, from years ago. And then even I have some people who had some dispensaries in LA, and then when everything got legalized, they almost got like ran out of being able to own their dispensaries now, because more of these, companies owned by, other people are making the forefront and are the ones that's really, making the money. So.
Right, support Black-owned cannabis businesses.
Nah, for sure. The first song that I got put on to you was Goddess Code.
Classic.
Yeah.
Hey, that's one of
Candy
mine.
was in the front row like, I am all that I preach to be. I was like, I hear you, Candy.
Can you talk, do you remember your mindset when you were making that song?
You know what? Yeah, because that was actually part of the West Coast Enchanted EP. It was a 5-song project. It was my first EP. Everything before that was mixtapes. And, I just basically talked to the producer, Miles M. Davis, and I was like, I want something that feels kind of dark, but like R&B, but still like hip hop, but like a vibe to it. I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but he got in there, he cooked up, and he sent it back to me, and I was like, yeah. And then he went crazy on the keys at the end, and I just love me some keys on the beat. You feel me? Especially when you just, I was like, hell yeah. And so, I'm not gonna lie, I was having some blockages trying to write the song because I was just thinking about it too hard. It was the last song on the project that I was writing, and I think I was just like, my first project, it's the last song, oh my God. And I just took a deep breath, and I was just like, reached out to my ancestors, to the energy of my grandmother, because it's the G code. I'm like, the ladies need a G code. We need our own code, but something that could be still relatable on a bigger scale. And men can also resonate with it too. But I just want to let the mothers, the women, just that I'm talking to us right now.
Yeah.
And so I just channeled the energy of my grandmothers and a little bit of juvenile.
Yes.
You feel me? And fuck it, let's run it.
Yeah.
I am all that I invite you all to take a leap with me. Yeah. Free bleeding on the earth is, tribal. Let it flow. If it isn't vital for your survival, let it go. Protect your energy. It's just cold.
Yeah.
Just cold. And it's crazy because I put that song out so long ago and people be finding it every day. And it's so new and they love it. And I'm just like, man, that's crazy because you never know what song it's going to be.
Yeah.
But the power of that song in particular compared to anything else in my catalog is really potent because I've been all over the world and it's men, women coming up to me saying, oh, I heard Goddess Code and I became fertile again. I heard Goddess Code and my womb, my cycle came back. A lot of brothers have come up to me, especially after their women has given birth. Many women deal oftentimes with postpartum, and the women are dancing again. Man, I done heard it all, and it's just powerful. Some people are like, that saved me from just dark stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes me think, because I was very intentional with, like, you know, when you put them first initial spices in the pot, it was kind of like that intention that I put for that song, because I did want it to be like a womb activation. And even at the end, I say, did you know that your womb is the gateway to heaven on earth? Well, I read that in a Queen Afua book. So I was on my Queen Afua journey, and I just wanted to pay homage to her teachings, to what I've learned, but to also like just bring more energy and reverence and awareness to the womb. And so that song was birthed because we just carry so much.
Yes.
We carry so much. So many women are just dealing with cysts, fibroids, endometriosis. Oh, it goes on and on and on and on. And a lot of it is societal, generational, hereditary. A lot of it is how we eat. A lot of it is our stress. A lot of it is how we balance our hormones. And a lot of it is the men we choose. It's a combination of all of that. And so that's why even to the men, it's like, I'm not just talking to the women when I say protect the womb. Like, the men got to protect our wombs as well. And that's just through so many ways you can do that. But, you know, just to even know that that is a responsibility, I think is important. Because a lot of times the men in our lives, especially men that we're intimate with, what they doing and how they living energetically, spiritually, physically impacts the energy of our womb.
Right. I can dig it. And
I
you,
got something in my left eye. You see it? Over here. You guys see it? Okay. Okay.
and you've released a few projects over the years. Prophecies of
Rap Priestess, Volume 1 and 2.
Volume 1 and 2, Kush and Rosewater.
Yeah, Kush and
I Am
Rosewater.
She.
Yeah, I Am She. They was there. Cruising around the world in a brand new set of pearl. Hey, rolling with my girls as we watch our dreams. Manifesting magic as I twist out mine. Yo, we was at the Airbnb one night, and we had a studio session earlier that day, and then the videographer pulled up to shoot the video for I Am She. They was all there. We turned that Airbnb out. And the videographer brought like his real handsome buff friend. So we had him in the video. Oh my God, we was having so much fun. And we had some bomb ass food because we had this young handsome brother in the kitchen. He a vegan chef.
Wow.
He was whipping it up. So it was just such a fairy tale night. I never forget that night with y'all.
Yeah, it was a magical
Because
night.
we so silly too, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, no, that's what's up. Do you have a favorite project or out of
yeah.
your projects so far, or like memories from? Well, I guess you just shared a vivid memory from
I Am
one of the
She.
projects. Word.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, oh gosh, I just really love my music. The Prophecies Volume 1 was hard. Cause that one had Money Bags, The Ministry, Dudes. Nisha was the #1 cheerleader when that album came out. I was like, you know all the words.
Favorite album.
Volume 2, that one got Ride With Me. I think Volume 2 is one of my more vulnerable ones.
Yes. Yeah.
Cause like I really went deep. I talked about a lot of stuff with my dad, my mom, just some of the, just a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Soliloquy, Ride With Me. I talked about some personal stuff with my brother on that one.
Yeah.
So I think I just got a little bit more deep, more open on that one.
Yeah.
And it just got a real hip hop. It just got a real good vibe to it.
Yeah.
But I'm really thrilled to share the Zen Kush EP.
Okay.
Cause that one is real, like, you feel me? Some real shit, but it's like,
Yeah. No, I can dig that. And Speaking of Ride With Me, on that song, like you got very personal on that song, talking about, you know, you and your brother not, you know, communicating for a while, even after the birth of
My
his
nephew,
yeah,
yeah.
of his son, as well as, you know, you spoke on losing your father. I mean, you've always been personal in your music, but why, you know, what made you want to get, you know, so deep, so personal on this project and that song in particular?
Well, I think the catalyst was when my auntie passed away. That just had me so fucked up. Cause I was just with her 2 days before and you just wouldn't have never known it. You would have never known it. And that just really put me in a place. And I feel like the first song, like in it, it was just totally, what song was that? May We See Love with Nina Gray. I was listening to that song, and I told her that song was giving me comfort. And she was like, well, if you want to add something to it, we could. And so making that song with Nina Gray just kind of opened my heart up. And so by the time I got to Ride With Me, kick back and listen to the stories that I tell. That one is produced by 80 Beats, who's like a very soulful producer. He does a lot of sample-based stuff or sample-inspired sounds. And his stuff just really bring that like soul through. And so I just knew I really made it through a living hell. Now I'm doing well. Out here on a mission, I will never fail. My premonitions prevail. So please keep praying for me. And I just proceed to speak about, you know, my brother, my baby brother. He got married to his girlfriend. And I didn't get to go to the wedding. And that just kind of really hurt my feelings. And then, you know, then the baby, but I didn't find out until so long later. And we were so close. And since birth, we just been through a lot of shit together. So it did have me in my feelings. And so I was just speaking on that. And even speaking about my other brother, he a Gemini, you know how that go.
Yeah.
And so, fuck it. But before I put it out, I sent it to both of them. And the baby bro who like really hurt my feelings, he was like, dang, Liz, my bad. Like, shit, I could do better. I apologize. I respect how you feel. Thanks for sharing it with me. You know what I mean? And that really did mean a lot. But I also didn't want him to be like, yo, your sister talking shit.
Right.
Because these are my truths. And it's a lot of deep stuff that I'll never put in music. And there's stuff that it's kind of weird because I'm a very private person as well. But it's like with the music, I don't know, it just kind of opens up a different layer of my vulnerability.
Yeah.
But grief, as much as it like can have you in a chokehold, there are ways to transmute that energy into something really deep and beautiful. Because that song resonated with a lot of people. That's a song that a lot of people have come up to me and was like shared a similar situation about their brother or their like, you know, situation with their father. And so it's like you just never know how you gonna bless somebody. I remember Nisha, she got in a really bad car accident a few years ago. I'm not trying to bring back no sad memories, but damn, she was sharing them pictures. And I'm just like, the fact that how she survived, that was God. But like she was fucked up, I know you was, but you kept going with the music and telling your story, and like that just made us love you even more and just connect with you deeper, because you could have let that shit really, which I know you had your struggles through it, but just how you transmuted that energy into your music was really powerful.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, I
And
appreciate
that's all
you.
it is, transmuting through the music. You know, allowing the music to be a vessel. So I appreciate you even just highlighting that for real.
Yeah.
'Cause we can't stop no matter
Right.
what the obstacle is.
Right. We can't stop no matter what the obstacle is.
For real.
Nah,
Yeah.
for sure. And I'm sure as much as your music, you know, is therapy for the listeners, you being able to, you know, get that stuff out is therapy for you as well, to a certain degree.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I really love it. I love being in the studio.
Yeah.
I got a song called Therapy Session. It was more like a freestyle, but it's one of my favorite ones ever. Cause it's just me and the music, and I'm just, cause that was one of the, like in that period that when I first, you know, just was dealing with the transition of my auntie. But Therapy Session, it's like, yeah, cause in the booth it's very spiritual to me. Cause that's when I'm channeling, you know, and also I feel covered. I feel very covered by the energy of the ones that like guided me and just have been there with me, you know, spiritually.
Yeah.
So the booth is a very sacred space for me. That's why I'm very particular about just, unless we working, we here to work, you know, and setting the vibe, always having the atmosphere, just making sure there's people in there, if people are there, that are on that frequency too.
Word. You also have a song on Prophecies of a Priestess Part 2. My Prayer with Londrell. One of my favorites.
Now, I wrote the song with Nina Gray, because I actually performed that at my aunt's ceremony with Nina Gray and her guitar and the harpist. But that song, My Prayer, was the first song that I wrote for Prophecies of a Rap Priestess, moving through my grief with my auntie. Because in there I say, I pray for my auntie, I pray for her soul, I pray the blessings that she left me with, I never let go. You know, I pray, yeah, she just wanted to see you win, like everybody. So I said, I hope everybody win.
Yeah.
Because that was my auntie's like mentality and mindset. And so I was really raw in that, just being my prayer, the first prayer that I wrote in that grief. And then Londrell, he's a really good friend. You know, we see each other when we see each other, but every time we see each other, it's just a really powerful link up. And he just always imparts so much wisdom. And I always leave his presence feeling so inspired. He be saying the same thing. And I love that. I love our friendship.
Yeah.
But I knew he would be the one who could infuse his energy into that and really take it to where it needed to go. And so I sent it to him. He sent it right back. You know what I mean? And that's one of my favorite songs. And that one is really hard for me to perform too, but it's beautiful.
Word.
Yeah.
No, I can dig it.
Yeah.
I'm booted up.
Hey.
That through the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. With you and Nisha Nice.
Get your cup. Fill it up. Break it down.
Roll it out.
What was the vibes like in that studio session?
You know what? The thing about it is, obviously, sis, first of all, it's been magical and just such a blessing since we first met. Since our first greeting, like us both, we saw each other. You know what I'm saying? So the love was there. And I think it's been a long time coming. Like, we watched each other's grind. So when we finally got, thank you, sis. So when we finally got together in the studio, I think for me, I'm more of, I'm an artist and I'm exactly what art is. And I feel like we are creatives and I feel like I was created to create. But a lot of times when I get around people, I'm not so like, oh, studio off the bat, right? Because like you said, we want it to be intentional, right? It's frequency. It's not a quick 1-2 pop in the microwave type of vibe. This is legacy, right? We and it's a mission, and so you want to be intentional about it. And so I think with me and sis, we just continue to build and just show that respect and revere one another, even from a distance. And whenever she would come to Atlanta, she would hold that space, invite me to different things, and I was able to be around her more and just get to know her as a person, right? It's beyond the music. And so when we finally got in the studio, it was with Quay, right? Shout out to my boy Quay.
Is that produced by Quay? Oh,
yeah, that's produced by Quay. Yeah. So when we finally got into the I think we was at Icon Studios. We was just in there just on the build.
Okay, that was some
and
Icon.
we laid down the skeleton initially, right? Because remember, I even went back in and redid my verse because we was sitting on it for a while. And so I had thought about it. I said, well, wait a minute now. I've been marinating on something else and I want to be able to tell my story this way. Now I got something else I want to say. Because, you know, as artists, we be the set with something and say, nah, actually, I want to say this, right? And so, yeah, man, it was blessed. So when we finally came together in the Airbnb, you know, Liz will come through. She'll be in whatever city for an extended amount of time, baby. You just don't know. Could be 3 weeks, could be 3 months, 3 years out this motherfucker. Huh? But yeah, it was just magical to light and at the Airbnb, and it was a mystical moment. Quay was in his bag, and we just came together, and it was like, okay, we know we was keeping the hook. And I redid my verse, and we just knew, like, okay, this is the one. Like, you know, it's so many, you know, hidden triple double entendres in that one.
Crazy on that
I
verse.
appreciate that. So y'all really gotta tap in, and I just appreciate you, sis, for holding space and always opening up a portal, you know, for us to enter. You know what I mean? It's respected, and like I said, it's nothing but reverence, and I appreciate you, Goddess. I see you, big reflections. All of y'all, come on, we see each other. Y'all know what it is. We here, I love y'all. Literally. Seriously, I love y'all. So, yeah, it was vibes. Vibes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Y'all
and
saw the video.
Yeah, we hope it was captured. Yes.
Prince look like
I didn't.
That was a sexy ass night.
Nah, that's what's
Thank
up.
you for sharing your perspective.
No,
about
yeah,
Blue Blood. I
sis.
never even knew, like,
Absolutely. And I think the story is always through the mud as independent artists, having something to say too.
Yeah.
Like you say, we're not just out here taking the easy way out and wasting words. It's like, no, I'm actually trying to say something and leave an impact and be impressionable for the next generation, right? And so you got ups and downs, you got hurdles. How will you jump over them and jump through them? Either you tapped in or you tapped out. You know what I mean? And we wanted to make sure we captured the struggle, but beautifully. Like you said, we balance each other. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in my 1-2 bag, but when I'm able to look at you and see that feminine, I know that's a reflection of me, as well as when I look at my sis, I know I'm on the court with it as well, even though I'm not on the court, but you're a reflect. Like, everybody is so beautiful. Yasmin, the designer in you, like, we're all reflections of one another. I see myself through all of y'all. So thank you for allowing me to see myself through you on that track, sis. You know, we never know what the music is gonna be when we come together, but yeah, like, just on the spot. It was an on the spot moment, and that's how all of our tracks are. Like, even Baby You Got It.
right, oh yeah, that was a kid. Right.
Come on, Candy went crazy. Baby You Got It. This is it.
Right, that was hard as fuck. Wow, yeah,
that's what's up.
okay. Baby,
That's
you
what's
got it.
up.
Yeah, it's always a vibe.
Yeah. Nisha Nice, internationally known, locally accepted.
Yeah.
Man, thank you,
Yeah,
King. International Nice. Get into it. Thank you.
Right.
Nah,
And
Blessing.
her verse, I just gotta give you.
quick.
Cause you said how she 5 feet tall but gigantic with the.
Come on.
You said.
How she 5 feet tall but gigantic with the presence. It's the essence. I proclaim with the reverence.
Yeah.
It's my gift. It's a present to be present in the present. You gonna see me every time. Billboard, I'm fluorescent. When I pop out, yeah, it's a blessing.
Okay.
Stardust, light in the crescent. Blow a whole pea down, less than 6 seconds. Eating good off my investments. Booted and suited, so deeply rooted. Intentional movements, I'm conquering fears, still pushing through it. How does she do it? I am the one. No need to prove it. Lineage is powerful. Just step into it. Straight out the concrete, we dug into it. Somewhere at the intersection. You just stopped, I kept on revving. Headed in the right direction. It's Beyonce, child, I'm destined.
right.
I'm the GOAT, no cheese, uncontested. I've added more lessons since the adolescence. Run them damn C's, legendary like a reverend. I've got more heart than Kevin. 3,000 stacks, I've kept it. Everything big boy outcast with this message. Really ain't got time for no extras. Come on.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What? You know, and I was a little choppy, you know what I mean? Because we on the spot with it. You know, and we ain't never really even rehearsed that record when we perform. We just have just done it straight off the, you know what I mean? So y'all gotta go listen to that to get the fullness of that, baby.
Yeah,
but
nah,
tap
for
into
sure.
the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We ain't wasting words, baby.
Right.
No, that's
When you ain't got to curse, but you still saying what you
Quay
saying,
was
we ain't Quay was in the mix.
He was in the video too. Yeah, he was in the mix.
no, that's what's up. That's
Y'all
what's
don't see
up.
me laid out over here because that's what's happening. Yeah, baby, that's what we do.
Now, Lizzy.
Oh yeah, the mic.
Oh my God, girl.
No, that was perfect. That was the perfect amount of time.
No, that's perfect. That's what's up. Lizzy, what else you working on? What else you got coming up that you excited about?
The Zen Kush EP dropping end of October. I'm DJing the Nutty Piper Onion Party in New Orleans, October 11th. October 17th, I'm doing a collaboration with this really dope artist named Blake in New Orleans. He do the Tuesday night bike club, but he's also a musician. So he invited me to co-headline his 10-year anniversary show. And then the very next AM, I'm driving to Houston for the Vegan Vibes Festival, Black owned.
Okay.
I'm hosting the Zen Kush Lounge,
Okay.
featuring a lot of dope artists, including Devin the Dude.
Oh wow. My
Yep.
favorite artist.
And they're having, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's so crazy. His name just keep coming up for me. And then we sliding back to the NO. October 31st, I'm collaborating with this really dope choreographer in New Orleans. She's gonna do some choreo to one of my songs in a dance class. We gonna learn it. That's a vibe, because y'all don't really be seeing me dance, so that's something a little different.
Okay.
And it's cute or whatever, so I'm like boosting my little confidence, like doing the dance moves.
Yeah.
But the next big thing that I'm really looking forward to is Zen Kushmas, December 20th.
Okay.
You feel me? Zen Kushmas, December 20th. October is gonna be busy. November, I'ma just like pace myself. I'm gonna pull back up on my girls. We're gonna work on our project, because I told them, soon as they hear Ethereal on the upcoming Zen Kush EP, people gonna be like, where's the project? So I'm just like planting the seeds for us to do a really dope EP, like eventually. And just more growth, more expansion for Zen Kush Records, more expansion for what Yasmin Saida and I are building, more access to resources, more access to sustainable materials and fabrics, sponsorships, investments, just taking it to the next level. More red carpets. You know, we're gonna pull up to the award shows. We're gonna sprinkle a little twinkle. But just continuing to do like really elevated, impactful things for the community.
Wow.
And just having longevity and watching each other, witnessing each other just evolve, you know, and just be happy Black women living our dreams through all the shit that we endure, and just continue to rise. And speaking of, I just want to send love to our ancestor, Assata Shakur.
Oh yeah.
You know, one of the realest to ever walk this planet Earth.
For real. For real.
One of the realest.
Long live her. For
And
real.
so we could go on and on and on, but I just wanted to give gratitude for her life, for her existence, for the legacy, for the wisdom that she blessed us with, because she was really kicking fucking doors down.
Yeah.
Straight up.
You feel me? And I know her life, it wasn't easy. Like, Reading her book is unbelievable. And it's crazy how there's so many parallels to this day that Black women still deal with. And so, power to her, power to us being fueled by her legacy, just to keep this shit going.
Yeah.
And keep our foot on their heads and not accepting anything less than greatness and reverence and honor and respect and reparations.
Word. And what would you say is one of the biggest life lessons that you learned?
And the last part of that other question is, what's next? Love.
Word. Hey, I rock with that.
Yeah. And what did you say?
I was saying, what's one of the biggest life lessons that you've learned?
The biggest life lessons? Man,
Like, what's one of the biggest life lessons that you've learned?
you just gotta believe in yourself. People gonna take advantage of you in this world if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't know who you are, so figure it out. That's a big life lesson. It might seem simple, and we be on our crystals and our tea and our, but the world, you still gotta protect yourself from the world. And so just stay diligent to you, to your family, to your community, but most importantly to yourself, so that you can show up in the ways that you need to show up for the people that you love. But we spend a lot of time, we spend a lot of energy, a lot of money trying to be something that we not, trying to be something else. And so it's like, let's let this season be the season of just embracing ourselves more and more, embracing our truths, figuring out our real gifts, and really tapping in deeper to those gifts and how we can show up for the world. So that's just what I'm on. Like, everything is not gonna be perfect. And I do be tripping sometimes, I do. I do. Yasmin, she be seeing me crash out at least once a new moon. Oh, Lord. But the thing is, it's like, what else you gonna do if you're not doing you? And so that's all I wanna do is me, because other people that's doing them is gonna continue to be reflected in my reality. And I'm at a point now where I brought myself as far as I can go alone. And I need the support of my women and my men. I need the support of the community. And so I've been practicing leaning more into it. And it's been really working out for me.
Word.
And these women, no matter on my craziest, roughest day, these women, like, they just are proof that I'm good. You know what I mean? So just keeping good people around me too. I know that was like 3 things. But
Nah, that's all good. It's each one teach one, and teamwork make the dream work, for real.
yeah,
Word.
good questions.
You got any shout outs you want to give?
I appreciate you asking. Shout out to Moon Jug Water. Shout out to my girl Deja in Miami. She's a doula, a yoga instructor, and she really doing the Lord's work. Shout out to Jay English, Honors Yoga. And just shout out to all the Black-owned establishments worldwide that's really doing and serving the community. That's crazy because I'm the shout out queen, but I got a list written down somewhere. So just follow me on IG and I'll make a post about it. But I just want to see us win. I just like seeing Black people win. You feel me? So that's where I'm at. Shout out to Quay Beats once more. He in the building. I appreciate you pulling up. And then shout out to all the brothers worldwide. Because right now they saying it's like this male loneliness epidemic.
For sure.
And it's like, dang, brothers, that's tough. And I wish all the brothers that do feel lonely, I just wish y'all peace of mind, peace in your heart, and whatever clarity has been coming through this epidemic, that you just continue to step forth and being the man that you need to be to move yourself past that. And I just want to celebrate the brothers that show up consistently for themselves, for their family, the ones who are able to, you know, create balance in their lives, the ones that recognize how much they impact people around them. And also, lastly, shout out to the brothers that recognize the beauty of pouring into women and having reverence and respect for women, you know, because we know a lot of good brothers. We know a lot of real niggas who we don't, we have had our fair share of dealing with certain type of men, but at the same time, we are very intentional about the men that we are around. And women, we take what you have and we multiply it. And I just always want to be clear in that although I'm all about empowering women, I'm all about empowering the men too, through understanding how we want to be respected in order to show up in the ways that men are most inspired by or blessed by. And so I know people trying to do a lot to put us against each other, but I feel like if we just become more intentional with each other and how we show up, we can really heal the culture. And I feel like it's a lot of back and forth, especially in our particular genre. And so I'm just here to remind the brothers, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for existing. We need you. We be needing the men.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about just romantically. I'm like, we need the brothers.
Yes.
And we can show up and play b-ball and wear baggy pants all we want, but we're women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's all. And they agree with me, you know? And so that's all I wanted to say is, brothers, we love you. Take care of yourself. Drink your water. Drink your coconut water. Keep, stretching and working and getting your cardio up and making sure your lifestyle is just on point. Because longevity, we need each other in the long run too. Get them finances together. I know it's a lot going on in our society with the inflation and stuff like that, but the more we stay true to ourselves and do that work, the more we get clear on how we're supposed to show up in our abundance. And so I'm here for it. Let's build, let's grow.
Word. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Lizzy Jeff, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate you pulling up, jumping off the porch with us.
Accountable in all of my actions. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till you make your good better.